Hello everyone, welcome you all again to the channel Techno Tutorial for the next class. So I have completed the first unit in the first video. So here's the Informatics Practices class 11. So from the first unit, Introduction to the Computer System, already we have finished in the first video. Okay, so now in this video I am going to start Introduction to the Python. So what about the Python, what we can do using Python, and how to do everything, how to start the programming, everything I'm going to discuss now. So for this I have prepared, see, in this video I'm going to discuss up to this debugging part. So after that some practical programs I will give you. After that some other see control statements, list, dictionary, about that I will prepare another video for you, so that you can understand better, it will better to understand for you. So now see, in this video I'm going to start from basics of Python programming, Python interpreter, interactive and script mode. So all this thing, identifier, keyword, constant, variable, and so all about that. So now see, for that I have prepared this PPT for you. I'm going to show you. Okay, Python programming. So here okay, introduction to Python. So Python is a programming language, already you know. So now before starting Python you have to know about the programming language. So programming language is the programming language is the language which is used to create or develop programs. Okay, so by using that programming language you can write programs, you can create programs. So different types of programming languages are there, so like C, C++, Python, Java. So all these are different types of programming languages. So about that, about the theory portion, you can see from here. So you can read from this PPT. The programming language is the formal language which comprises a set of instructions that produce various kinds of output. Programming languages are used for computer programming to implement algorithms. Most programming languages consist of instructions for computers. Okay, a programming language is a nation for waiting programs, which are specifications of a computation or algorithm. So some author restricts them, the programming language, to those languages that can express all the possible algorithm. A computer programming language is a language used to write computer programs which involves a computer performing some kinds of computation. So this is about the programming language, which is used to create or develop programs. Oh, okay. So now formal okay, examples of most common famous programming languages are these. So you can see from this list. So these are some common programming languages which are going to use. So we are going to use the Python now. So after that, concept of compiler and interpreter also you have to know before starting programming language. So compiler and interpreter both converts source code to object code. That means high level language to machine understandable language it will convert. So but both are converting in different way. So now see, compiler converts source code to object code. It is a program that converts instruction into machine code or lower level from a lower level form, so that they can be read and executed by a computer. Compiler takes errors as a whole at the end. That means when you are going to type a program, you can type all the complete program, and it will check all the errors at the end of the program. Okay, interpreter converts source code to object code. It will converts the programs line by line. When you are going to type the program, then each and every line it will check the errors and it will execute. Okay, so that is the difference between compiler and interpreter. So here, so differences it is showing here. Basis for comparison: in case of input, it takes an entire program at a time. An interpreter takes a single line of code or instruction at a time. And in working mechanism, the compilation is done before execution. Compilation execution take place simultaneously. Comparatively faster compiler, and interpreter is slower. Display all errors after compilation at the end of the program at the all at the same time, and display error each line by line. Okay, so it is difficult compiler and it is easier. So compiler programming languages like C, C++, C Sharp, and interpreter programming languages like PHP, Perl, Python. These are okay. So now we are going to discuss about Python. So we are going to use interpreter here. So Python interactive and script mode. So in Python there are two types of modes are there. One is interactive mode and one is script mode. In script mode you can write the entire program at the same time and you can save and you can run that program. And in interactive mode you can run the program line by line. Okay, so I can show you practically this one. See, so I'm going to run this Python ideally. Okay, wait. Okay, now see, this is the interactive mode. If you are going to write print 5, I'm giving one number, press enter. So the output is coming, this is 5. Okay, so now one another, that is script mode, is there. File, new file you can create here. So here print and inside bracket 5. Now this script you have to save. Control S, save. So I'm giving the file name is ht.py, extension is py here, ht.py, it will save. Okay, now you can run this program. Run, you can press on run and run module F5 also you can press run, then the output is coming 5. Okay, so this is the script mode. So these two modes are there in Python, that is one is script mode and one is this one is the interactive mode and this one is script mode. So after that, programming structure. So how the Python program is made. So for that, see, different modules are there actually to make a program. So when practically you are going to start the program, then automatically you will understand what are there in the program. So what about the statement, what about the expression, what about the different topics you have to discuss, different terms you have to know for create the programs. So when practically you are going to start, then automatically you will understand. So now see concept of indentation in Python. And indentation in Python refers to a spaces and tabs that are used at the beginning of the statement. The statement with the same indentation belong to the same group called a suite. That means, see, when you are going to write a program, then from at every lines from where you have to start. So that concept you have to clear. That is about the indentation. So here, see, in this example, it is given here, if a equal to 1, this is a conditional statement. If a equal to 1, then print a, then it will display the value of a. If b equal to 2, then print b. Now see, I am writing if a equal to 1 from here, and in the next line, if it is, if the condition is true, then this statement, this is the statement, this statement I am writing inside this if. So this statement I am writing after giving one tab. Okay, this is about indentation. Now see here also, if b equal to 2, then the next line, if this condition is true, then this line will execute. Okay, so this line I am writing here after giving one tab. It is about indentation. Now this print end, this line I am starting from here, that means this line is not inside in both the ifs. Okay, this is outside this if condition, so it will start from here. So this is about indentation. So when we are going to run the program practically, then you will understand automatically this concept. So you can read from here, from this slide. After that, identifier is there. Here see, identifier means some words we are going to use in program, so which have no meaning, you can say. So that is about identifier. To store records, to store value, we can use some any words from our term, from our side. So that is identifier. And identifier is a name that identifies entire a unique object or a unique class of object, where the object or class may be an idea, physical uh, physical substance, and identifier may be a word, number, letter, symbol, or any combination of those. So you can say as variables are also identifier, you can say. Okay, so variables we are going to use in a program. So what about the variable we have discussed later? So in the next slide, so variables you can say as identifier, because variables we can take by our own side, we can give our own names in the program. So that is about the variable which have no meaning. Okay, for storing records during the execution of the program, we are using that words. After the Python keywords are there. So Python keywords means some words are already there in the Python library which we are going to use only in the program. So that have some which word have some predefined meaning. Okay, so that's about the Python keyword which have some meanings, predefined meanings, we are only going to use that words. That is not about identifier. Okay, that is keyword. So here see some examples of keywords are there. These are the examples of keyword. Now where and how to use, so you can understand later actually. And a logical operator, as to create an alias, break to break out a loop. So different keywords are there. So why and where it is used, so when you are going to start programming, then you will understand automatically. So this is about the keywords. So these words are already there in the Python library. Okay, in programming term we are going to use somewhere these words. Okay, so see from this list, if in the previous example what we have discussed about indentation, so there we have used if. This if is a keyword here. Okay, so Python variables and constants. Now about variable. See, variables are some words we are going to use in a program. It provides space where we can store data during the execution of the program. When we are working on the program, suppose in the program, in the instruction is given there, enter a number. So you are pressing the number from the keyboard. So where it will store? It will store somewhere. So where it will store? To store that number, we have to take an variable name. So here in this example, this number is there, number equal to 10. This number is the variable name here. Okay, so there we are assigning a value that is 10. 10 we are assigning to number, so the value of number is 10 now. So this number is the variable name here. So in place of this number, you can take any other name by your own. But some rules and regulations are there to take the variable name. So what you can use in variable name and what you cannot use in variable name. So rules also we will discuss in the next slide. Okay, so that is about the variable name. So example, one another example is given here, declaring and assigning a variable to value to a variable. So here see website equal to apple.com. So apple.com is a value. This is a string value because it is written here inside double quote. If you will get in Python anything it is written here inside double quote or single quote, then it is known as string here. Just remember. So here this apple.com is the string value. This value we are assigning to this website. This website is the variable, there we are storing this value. Okay, now if you print website, then it will display this apple.com. So okay, this variable we are using here. So this is about the variable. So after that, rules of variable name. Some rules of variable names are there. What you can use, a variable name can be range 1 to 255 character. Some of the compiler or interpreter allows it up to 1 to 31 character. So here I am writing, see, number. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters are there. So in place of 6, you can write 1 to 255 characters. Okay, or 1 to 31 characters. Some of the compilers allows. So after that, all variable name must begin with a letter. You have to remember that, or underscore. That means see here the variable name we are starting n. That is a letter. Or you can write here underscore. You cannot write here number. And one more thing you have to remember, in variable name you can use alphabets or numbers or underscore. That means only three things you can use in variable name. N underscore umber. You can write that. And you can write n1 umber. That is also you can write. N underscore 1 umber. You can write. But you cannot write one number. You cannot write. One is a number, and number you cannot write similarly, simultaneously. Before starting, that means as a beginning character. So beginning character always you have to write underscore or a number. After that, some of the compiler also not allows this underscore also as a beginning character. After the first initial letter, variable name can also contain letters and numbers. And no spaces or special symbol can be given in a variable name. See here. See, I am giving the variable name and num1. You can write this. This is correct. nu underscore m. This is also correct. If you are writing nu1 underscore m, this is also correct. If you write 1 num, this is wrong, because the first character you have to write number or underscore. If you are giving underscore here, that is also wrong, because the first character is 1. Okay, so this is about the variable name. After that, constant is there. Some variable that we are using in a program whose value we cannot change in the entire program, that is about the constant. Okay, a constant is a type of variable whose value cannot be changed. So here see one example, it is given here. one Python module it is created, that is constant.py. In this module, two variables we are taking here. Into this variable, we are assigning two values. Pi value is this and gravity value is this. So here what we are doing, one another Python program we are creating, Python script we are creating. In this script, import constant. That means we are importing this module in this main.py module. And here we are using this pi. To use this pi, we have to import this constant file. This constant py file we are importing in the main.py file. And here to use this pi, we have to write like this: constant.py, constant.gravity. So this value will not sense in this main.py module. So about this, how to sense, how to not sense, when practically you are going to start program, then you will understand automatically. You just remember constant value you cannot sense during the execution of the program. After, types of operators are there, so you have to know about the operators also. These are the main things for any of the operations. So Python language supports the following types of operators here: arithmetic operator is there, comparison operator is there, assignment operator is there, logical operator, membership operator, and identity operators. So these are the operators are there in the Python language. So here for arithmetic operator, I have prepared this one. See, suppose the value of a is 10 and the value of b is 20. Okay, so addition is there, plus is the arithmetic operator, minus is there, multiplication is there, division, modular division, and this is root power, and this is floor division. So different operators are there. So add a plus b, you can write the expression like this: a plus b equal to 30. This is the value of a is 10 and b is 20, so the value is coming 30. A minus b, minus 10 is coming. So like this it will come. So modular division, see what it will do. What about this? What about the division and modular division? See the differences you have to know. The value of b is 20 here and the value of a is 10. If you will divide 20 by a, then you will get the value 2 here. And modulus division, see what it will do. The value of this is 20 and this is 10. It will check the remainder only. So this is modular division. So you have to use this modular division in programs. So you have to remember this. So these are different types of arithmetic operators are there. You can see from the list. After that, Python comparison or relational operators. Assume the variables a holds 10 and b holds 20. So this is about the comparison operator or relational operator. That is also you have to know, because these operators you have to use in conditional as a conditional operator. In a conditional statement. So here see, if double is there, is equal. So what is the meaning of this? A is equal to b. That means you are comparing this side value with this side value. If you will write a is equal to b, only single is equal is there. That means b's value you are assigning to a. That is about assignment operator. You will get later. So here a equal to b means you are comparing this side value with this side value. The value of a is 10, the value of b is 20. So it is not true. That is false. So again, not equal. This is not equal. A not equal to B. Condition is, if you will write this statement in the condition, then it will show it is true. Okay, A and B's value is not same. That is why not equal. And this is greater than, less than. Already you know, to compare A greater than equal to B, A greater than B, A less than B. So this is the greater than and less than. So different operators are the greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. So this value, two operands are not equal, then condition becomes true. If two conditions are not equal, then it will show this condition is true. So different operators are there. So you can see the comparison operators here. So normally actually we have to use these operators in the programs. After that, Python assignment operator is there. So this is equal operator. See, equal operator is used to assign. So in the previous one, double equal was there, and this one single equal. If you are writing C equal to A plus B, that means A value is 10, this is 20, 30 you are assigning to C. Now the value of C is 30. That means right side value you are assigning to left side. You have to remember that. If you will get B is equal to A, that means A's value you are assigning to B. Have to remember always. Okay. So here see, plus is equal is there, minus is equal is there, asterisk is equal to there. So these are different types of assignment operator. So the meaning of this you have to understand. See, C plus is equal to A means C is equal to C plus A. Just remember that. C is equal to A plus C, not C is equal to C plus A. And here C minus is equal to A, then C is equal to C minus A. The meaning of this is this: C is equal to C minus A. So like that, these operators are there. So this is also assignment operator. So you can assign the values like this also. Okay, and after that, Python logical operator is there. So these are logical operators. And or not are logical operator. When you are going to use more than one conditions in a condition statement in Python, then there you have to use and or not operator. So here A and B is true, and here see both conditions should be true. In AND operation, if you will write, suppose somebody is getting salary more than 50,000, and who's suppose for increment condition is given there. If anybody's age is more than 50, uh, and he is getting salary less than 10,000, then his salary will increase. For that case, both conditions should be true. His age also more than 50, and his salary is also less than 10,000. So the both conditions should be true. Then only his salary will increase. In this case, both conditions should be true. For that case, we have to use AND operator. If the condition is there that, see, if anybody getting salary less than 10,000, his salary also will increase. Or if somebody is there whose age is less than or greater than 50, his salary also will increase. If any of the condition is true, then his salary will increase. For that case, or is used. And not is also there to use to reverse the logical state of the operand. If you are entering the true, then it will false. If you are entering false, then it will true. That is not. So when practically you will do, you will understand everything. Python membership operator is also there. For that case, in is there, not in is there. When you are going to use list and all, so suppose your search element is there in the list or not. For that case, in operator is used. If it is not there in the list or not, for that case, not in is. So when practically you will do, then only you will understand everything clearly. So I will show you. Is also there, and is not is also there. So I will show you later practically. Python operator precedence. So you can see so how which operator will come first and which will come later. After that, Python data type is also there. So different data types are there. Integer is there, floating is there, string is there. So here see, for integer, it stores only the numeric values, numbers, and floating point stores point numbers. That means 3.5, 6.5, like that. And string, if it is there inside single quote or double quote, any characters, some number of characters if you are writing, that is string. After the mutable and immutable data type, which is editable data type and which is not editable data type, that is mutable or immutable. So here some examples also given here. See, mutable, immutable is int is there, float is there, bool is there, str, tuple, unicode. These are immutable data that we cannot change. That is not editable. And mutable data type, that means list is there, set is there, dictionary is there, that is mutable. That means we can change the values of list, set, and dictionary. So you will understand when you will do practically everything. So after the statement is there, what about the statement? If you are writing a is equal to 1, that is one statement. That means you are assigning 1 to a, that is a statement in Python. So for if statement is there, for statement is there, while statement is there. If a equal to b, that is one statement. Okay, so like that. So after that, Python comments is there. Comments means, see, if you are writing a program, again I am going to show you. Okay, suppose here a is equal to 1, that is a statement. If you are writing here has the above line is statement. The meaning of this is this line will not work in your program. So we have to write the comment like this by giving a hash symbol in front of the line. That is about comment. So you can write the comment like this. Suppose if you are writing a equal to b, that means if you are comparing the value of a with b, so here you can give the comment like this. You may not give, you are giving, suppose the comment we are comparing values of a and b. So this is a comment. So comment you can write like this in your program, but before starting the line you have to give hash symbol here. So this is about comment. After that, expression is there. So here say x for, this is about the looping. So for is what, in, see, in operator we are using here. range 10. So what about the meaning of these words? You will not understand now. You will understand when we will start for. So you have to remember that this is an expression. That means you are doing something. If you are yes, if you are doing something here, and one another example is given here: true value if condition, else false value. So this is an expression. Here is true value. If the condition is true, then it will come the true value, else it will come the false value. So this is about the expression. So what about this? When practically you will understand, start programs, automatically you will understand. Your code doubts will clear. So these are some type conversion functions. So if you want to convert a string value to integer, for that you have to write. See, if you are entering the value in a is equal to 5. That is suppose string. You are writing inside single quote. Here suppose again I'm going to show you. See here. What about type? See, you are writing a is equal to inside single quote. If you are writing 5. What about this? So this is a string. I have already told you more. If it is there inside single quote or double quote. Now you want to convert it to integer. So what you can do? B you are going to store b is equal to int a, suppose. So this is the conversion. You are converting from this string value to integer. So like that, some another examples are also there about type conversions. So these are different type conversion functions are there. You can see from this list. Okay. So what we have to use when practically we are going to do, automatically we understand. So these are different type conversion functions. After debugging is there. Debugging is the process of finding and resolving the defects or problems within a computer programs that prevents the correct operation of computer software or a system. That is debugging. Okay, so we have finished this here, and I'm going to show you now some basic Python programs. Okay, some basic Python programs I'm going to show you.